Okay, this is my first ever live stream. I'm not really expecting to see anyone here. I just thought it would be fun to try out the new feature. Um, I'm sorry if there's any noise in the background or anything, but I can't really avoid it, especially with my bunnies in the background. But this actually is a coloring book I made back in February of last year for part of my IB program. I did it as a CAS project. It's a coloring book based off of my rabbit. His name is Nibbler, and it's the title of the coloring book. I wonder how loud that is, because I can hear the bunnies. They're being weird. But I wanted to make a children's coloring and activity book. Just one, because I thought it would be fun. Two, it was something I always wanted to do, just because I always found it interesting, like how kids media is created these days, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to make my own like show or like game or something. And so, kind of in a way, I was able to achieve a little bit of that just with this coloring book. So actually, before we start, I can collect some of the materials and talk a little bit about how I made it. So I have this folder right here that I use to collect all of the things that I was, just basically all the ideas and everything that I was working on. So on the inside, I have these pages and everything, and what I did is I made thumbnail sketches in my sketchbook and planned everything out, and then after that I like sketched onto these and then used a light box to like get the sketch onto the second layer, or I sketched directly onto them. But when I did stuff like that, it made it actually like way more difficult in post, because I had to scan these in using my printer, and then after that I had to touch it up in Photoshop, because like if you look, I don't know if you can see because my phone is way above my head, but there's like sketch marks and stuff that I had to clean up, but a lot of them didn't show up really that much when I was scanning them in. I would have just created the designs digitally, but I didn't have like a tablet or like a drawing pad or something that I could use, and so I just did what I could with the resources that I had. I also designed a front and back cover page. So the front cover, as you could see, like it was finalized. All I did was I like touched it up digitally, so I did it like this, and then I scanned it in and I colored it and lined over it, because I just didn't know the best way to go about it. And honestly, I feel like I can tell that this is like a year old, because I actually draw Nibbler in a very different way now. Like it's still my style, but it's pretty different. And then this one is actually the back cover, and then I also used it as a page to spot the difference. And so in post, I went back and I edited out or added certain things to either side so that that would be a fun activity. And since I put so much effort into it and more detail than the rest of the pages, I thought it'd be fun to make it the back cover page. So that's basically it for the planning that I'm really wanting to show. But I really do like the way it turned out, because I got all the files together in a zip file and then I uploaded them to Amazon. And then since for my CAS project you're not supposed to make money off of it, I also made a little website that people could download the images and print on their own for, so that anybody could color these pages if they just had a printer. And I didn't add that to the description actually, and I'll do that after the live stream is over. But I do really like this coloring book because I feel like it really matches my vibe. And like a lot of coloring books are very bright, especially for kids, and I just liked this pastel look. It felt very me, and it feels really nice. Like honestly, the Amazon printing quality was really good, and like you can see in here, hopefully, that it was printed on the 9th of January of 2023, so it's pretty old. And I made some TikToks promoting it back when I was working on it, and I got a lot of really good feedback. And then when I finished the coloring book, I did make a post about it, and like I think when you take too long away from TikTok, the like algorithm like punishes you. Because I was like posting about it and people were like, oh, I'd love to buy this, I'd love to get it, my hands on it and just like print out the pages and stuff. But that it didn't make it to the same people when I actually got around to finishing it. But I also have these really beat up pastel crayons that I bought when I first bought my copy of the coloring book, and I think it really does match like the vibe of the coloring book, and I got these just at the dollar store. I should buy more though, because it's kind of limiting to have only 8 colors. So I'm just going to open it up because I have been using it for a while and I have certain printing errors because I never bought a second copy after I fixed those printing errors. And I'm not really sure which page I'm going to color today. I just wanted to get on here and do something for live streaming because I've never done a live stream on YouTube. Well, I guess I have, like when I was younger, because I used to have another YouTube channel even before this, and I still have like private videos on this channel from like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. But I haven't done like a live stream at the very least at this house. But I'm really not sure what I'm going to color, because I've honestly started coloring a lot of them. Like I had activity pages like this one where you could dress up Nibbler, but a lot of them are just like half finished. So we will see. Because I'm not sure if I have any completely blank ones anymore. I might have done them all. Yeah. Maybe I'll color in one of the pages that's like blurry, because I have this page that's blurry, and I know that one really sucked because I really liked that design. And then I also had the first page of Nibbler Gardening, so I think I'll just color this one even though it's blurry, because I'm probably going to buy another copy that I won't color, that won't have the printing errors that this one does, because this one was a prototype print. But yeah, I think it's really interesting to make children's media and everything, because I think it's a big part of like who we are as we're growing up and everything. And I feel like a lot of children's media tends to be very like commercialized these days, which like I don't think is a bad thing necessarily. It's just like even like learning programs aren't really there to teach kids, it's to make subscription money and stuff, because like I remember seeing ads for ABC Mouse as a kid, and it's like I feel like they balance the like fun and the elements of actually learning decently well. But like I'm just not sure, like I want to make something like that, but like maybe more like actually focused on schoolwork, and maybe not for like pre-K, maybe more for like just primary school. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I don't really know too much about, like, a lot of these services, but they're more oriented at kids before they've even started school. And I think it'd be cool to do, like, TV shows and everything. Like, I think everyone knows about Bluey, but I actually really like that show. I haven't watched too much of it, but I do like the approach that they take to not treating little kids like little kids that don't understand anything, because I think kids understand a lot more than you give them credit for. Which, like, it's a lot coming from me because I'm 17, but I like still thinking about, like, the things that I enjoyed when I was younger, because I think I still enjoy a lot of those things, like making little comics and drawing and stuff, and I think it'd be fun to make, like, children's books and stuff, but I think this was a good, like, place to start for, like, just getting introduced to making a product like that, because everything before this that I made was like photocopied on printer paper and like just like little comics as a kid and everything. And I like coloring books. Maybe in the future, like I want to make more detailed ones, because this one was pretty simple, but it still took me a little over a month to make. And everything, especially with the planning, because I really wanted to learn how to draw new animals for this one, because I've habit of drawing like almost only cats and bunnies, and then like I've gotten into drawing like people recently. Well, I guess not super recently, it's been a couple of years I've been learning to draw people, but I think it would be really cool to do, actually it's one that I started working on right after this one and I just never finished. It was A to Z coloring book where every page had a like drawing of Nibbler with objects that matched the letter of the alphabet, and then on the back sides of the pages, unlike this one where they're blank, because I used to get really annoyed as a kid when I'd want to use markers or something and they would bleed through onto the back page, so every page is blank on the other side. So you can also like test out art supplies on the backs of them. But on the backs of this other one that I want to do, it would like give kids a space to learn how to write letters and stuff. And like I thought that would be fun, and I've been talking to my friends lately because a couple of my friends actually bought my coloring book and I was actually like really surprised. But I really appreciated their support and everything. But they were like, you should make another one, and they wanted me to do like something related to like traveling, and so I thought of the idea of making like a workbook for kids like when they go on vacation, because like I went on road trips as a kid and we would always get these little like coloring books and workbook activity books to keep you occupied in the car so that you're not just like on a device the entire time. And so I thought it'd be cool to like include little road games that include Nibbler, and like especially like a focus on kids that are doing car rides alone, because like growing up I had a sibling, and I think that really helped me not get too bored during situations like that. But it is really annoying like as a kid when you want to like play tic-tac-toe and nobody wants to play with you, and if that's what your whole entire workbook is, it's not really worth it. So maybe more independent work and even like collaborative stuff that like adults can just speak aloud to engage with. I think that would be really fun. So I created some sketches already that kind of fulfill that role and everything. So yeah, sorry, I got up because I wanted to check and make sure how the live stream was looking. I think it's actually really fun, the amount of things that like YouTube lets you do on the platform, because I remember, because like I'm 17 and I feel like YouTube has been big my entire life, and I've been watching YouTube my entire life, which is like a little scary to think about, that like I'm kind of like part of the first generation of people that just grew up with YouTube. But like I remember growing up, it was just YouTube videos and like there were live streams and everything. But like I remember for the longest time, like with my first YouTube channel, I didn't even know how to set up custom thumbnails. I didn't know how to do that until COVID. Like that's how recently it's been, and I've always been like posting stuff just because it's fun. But like I remember my first YouTube channel, I played a pixel art game that honestly I still play, where you just like color by number pixel art, and I would like make themes of those different like for different holidays and everything, and then I would put like super copyrighted music on the background. But like back in the day, if you had copyrighted music, like it didn't really do anything, especially if you weren't like monetized at all, which like I've never been monetized on YouTube. But I would do that, and like after that I did a lot of things where I've like done vlog stuff, like especially on this channel it's like more vlogs. But even this channel, before my first post here, before I had actually moved to my current house, I was doing bunny care videos that I hope never see the light of day. But I was really into free roaming rabbits and everything, especially before I had two bunnies. I just had Nibbler, and it really worked for me, and I still give them time to like go out and about and everything, and like I wish I could have a pen for them. I just really don't have the space, and I've heard like a lot of controversy between rabbit owners about like whether it's ethical and everything. But at the end of the day, I feel personally like I care for my rabbits like adequately, and they get plenty of exercise, and like healthy food and everything, so I'm not super worried about them. Like obviously like I would want the world for them, but it's not really realistic. But when I'm moving out pretty soon, I'm planning on giving them like way more freedom to like have space to themselves. But yeah, I did rabbit care videos. Like I would just talk about like how to clean rabbit litter boxes, how you should feed your rabbit and stuff, because rabbits were a big part of my childhood because I was in 4-H growing up, which is like for showing rabbits like competitively. So like my 2 rabbits are purebred Netherland dwarfs, and like I love them so dearly, and like they don't go to show. Like my second bunny Peepo, he's never been to show, but Nibbler has. But yeah, bunnies are just such a big part of my life, and they've always have been. So I always wanted to just share whatever I was interested in on the internet. Like I did, like I wanted to do like gaming videos as a kid, but like I didn't have like a capture card or anything, and like I still don't have a way to really post videos like that. So I would play like mobile games and stuff with like face cams, and like we had an app that me and my brother downloaded once where you could just put the webcam as your screen recording, and it was really cool. Like honestly, I wish I could find it again because I don't remember what it was called. But I've just tried like everything on YouTube, and like I did art content for a while in middle school and everything, and honestly I do more on Instagram than anything, which honestly Instagram's so weird because like it's changed so much, but like I guess that's a topic for another day, especially for like the art community. But like I remember like end cards were very different back in the day, where like they had those like polls and stuff, and annotations like were like more customizable than they are now, but I never knew how to use them until they were gone. And like I remember like even shorts are like a very recent thing, or having a separate tab for podcasts, or even like the separate tabs thing, which I was really excited about, because for the longest time I didn't want to do live streams on here because I thought it would like kind of clog up my feed and everything, and like I know I post like some pretty random stuff that kind of loosely just goes down to just like, what do teenage girls like? I'm a teenage girl, what do I like to do? And I just post what I like. So like whether it's study stuff, art stuff, like vlogging, all kinds of stuff, like I just like to do whatever I feel like even this one is kind of unrelated to a lot of my other stuff where I'm just sitting and coloring. But I just think it's so weird. Like there's a podcast tab. I thought about, like I set up part of a podcast, especially because like one of the biggest things that keeps me from posting as much as I want to, even when I do have free time, is just having sunlight, because I only like to have natural light in my videos because I think it looks way better. Like I've been trying to work on a vlog for my IB exam studying, because my IB exams start next week. Like let's hope that goes well. But I've been studying for that, but like the sun just goes down so early, and I get home around like 5, so I only have like 2 hours of sunlight, and that's like if I don't want to do anything else, or if I don't want to eat first. And so it makes it very difficult for me to post in good condition. So I wanted to do a podcast, and then just like sit down. I wanted to call it the Sips and Snuggles podcast. So I would just sit with like one of my rabbits and like a little warm beverage, and I would just talk about something, like not really anything super like unrelated to the content on my channel, but I would like talk about like burnout, or like perfectionism, or like how social media affects like self-worth, and like I feel like things like that I could speak on as a very small creator. But I haven't gotten around to it, and honestly I feel like I should, because I liked the idea of I have a light bulb that changes colors, and I thought like maybe doing like an RGB look, like make it the channel but like after dark kind of vibes. So I might go through with it, but like the idea that you have a separate tab for your podcast made me really want to try it out. Instead of it mixing in with everything else or making a separate channel and everything. Because I feel like I do want to include more of my own personality and everything into my content and everything. Because I feel like sometimes, like in a way, the kind of content that I choose to make kind of doesn't allow me to show who I really am in a lot of ways. But also, like, how much of yourself do you really want to show on the internet for everyone to see? I'm already almost done with this page. I'm shocked actually I'll do this one. It was actually super relaxing because after this, I'm going back to work on my CAS evidence. I need to collect more evidence for my CAS experiences because those are due today. So you could call this procrastination, I guess. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things I want to do, and like I'm moving in a month, so I'm not sure how much I'll get done or what I'll do after. Oh, I hope the dog's barking outside isn't super loud. Yeah, we got like 30 days left of school this year, and so I'm curious to see what kinds of videos I'm going to do. Like I might pivot more towards art-related content or something, because like I think it's been like 50 days since I posted anything on YouTube. Like I haven't posted on the community tab, I haven't posted anything like in a hot minute. Oh yeah, that's gotta be loud. But I have really been so grateful for the support I've gotten, because I have been posting on YouTube for a really long time, and I just like reinvent myself. And I think like this channel has been the longest I've stuck to kind of one thing, but I think that's because like I have like one brand, but I do so many different kinds of things where like I do hauls and blah blah blah. And so I feel like it's easier for me to not want to move on from it. And I feel like I can incorporate new things from other parts of my channel without feeling like I'm being punished by like any part of the algorithm, because I'm just so small of a creator that it doesn't really matter. Like honestly, I can't see a time in my life where I wouldn't want to do YouTube videos and everything. Like I've been really not posting on TikTok because that's where like that's my biggest platform is on TikTok, and I find it so draining. And again with like the sunlight thing, like even like though like a lot of these TikToks are like 30 seconds, 8 seconds and everything, I just feel like I made a lot of the videos I want to make anyways. Like there's not really anything I still want to make. And then the fact that like there's the separate shorts tab now, because for a while there wasn't, and I remember that being so annoying where like your shorts and live streams and everything they're all mixed together. So I was like, maybe this is an opportunity to switch to shorts, but I feel like shorts is very hit or miss. But like the idea that I could link a short directly to a new video was really nice, because I use TikTok a lot to try and promote my channel. And I think that caused a lot of like inorganic growth in my channel, where there are people that are subscribed that don't watch anything. So most people who watch my channel are not subscribed. But it's really true where it's like 95% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. And I think that could be partially too because of my one video that actually did pretty well, where it's got like 50,000 views, and I was like so shocked. Where it was like my room makeover. Oh, I missed the second part of the hose. And it was like one of the first videos I did here, and it took a really while, like a long time for it to like pick up traction and everything. And then I went back and like added tags, and I've gotten better at adding descriptions and stuff. So I think that could be part of the reason why it did so well. But I like doing whatever makes me happy on YouTube. I'm just posting whatever I like, so that's what I'll keep doing. Okay. Wait. Oh, I think I had this whole bottom cut off. I don't know. We'll find out. So here is the page. I kind of did a quick color. Like I find it really nice to de-stress, to just sit and color the pages. But in the copy that's in the description, in case you wanted to support me in any kind of way, any of the printing errors on mine are not that way, and I'm pretty sure there's actually a review on Amazon for my product that like shows that it's alright, but I'm not super sure. But yeah, that's it for this page, and I think I'm going to finish up this page and continue talking, and I think that'll be it for today. Because I do have things to do. But yeah, it's like so cool to see the platform change in so many different ways, and sometimes it's for the best, sometimes it's not. And like I'm glad I've never really experienced really any negatives of being on TikTok or YouTube or anything. Like, I don't know if it's just the kind of content I make or if I'm just attracting the right people, because like I haven't experienced like hate. Oh, dog's barking, the neighbor's dogs. Yeah, it's really cool, and I feel like there's a lot of things I still want to do here on YouTube, and like it's the platform that I like the most despite its flaws, like the removal of dislikes and everything else nobody likes YouTube for. But I think overall it's still a really good platform. Actually, the thing is I have two blue crayons in this box. I have the periwinkle and the sky blue, and I don't know if this is the periwinkle or the sky blue, because, okay, it's the sky blue. So I'll color in the sky, not with sky blue, but with periwinkle, because I don't want it to clash too much with the blue that's in the letters. So I was thinking about before, instead of doing a live stream talking about my coloring book and coloring in it, I was thinking about doing a video talking about how I made it. So maybe I'll do a more in-depth video about how I made my coloring book, which like honestly I don't really remember everything because it was a year ago. Not the bunny scratching. So like I think there are also like good resources on YouTube already for it, but I think the process that I went about actually creating my designs is kind of interesting and everything, so maybe I could gather up like my sketches and everything that like helped me design my coloring book, or if I make another one, maybe I'll do YouTube stuff to show my progress, because I did TikTok instead last time. Yeah, it's gonna be so weird to not do study related content because I'm graduating secondary school this year, and then I'm taking a year off, like a gap year in between university and now, just because I didn't really have the funds and everything in line to go this year. Which, like, honestly, I think a lot of it comes down to I have like pretty big dreams and everything for where I want to go and everything. Because like I could probably get a full ride somewhere in like the area that I live in, but I don't want to. Like, if I have to, that's what I do, because not having student debt is really, really good. So we'll see next year. And it'll be kind of nice to just work and focus on my hobbies and everything, and just not have to sit down and worry too much about, honestly, all the stuff I've been worrying about for the past like couple of years, and take time off while I still can. But I think that's it. I think that it's kind of nice to just talk even when nobody's there even watching or talking back, but I think hopefully this gives better insight into like the creative side of my personality maybe, or just it's kind of nice to just hear me talk a little, because normally it's a lot of like, I don't really have my face super much on my channel. I don't really talk too much directly to the camera because I've been trying out the like subtitles for vlogs and experimenting a bunch, but I hope that this was a little bit fun for anybody who watches it later, because I don't think anybody tuned in. Oh, I have a like, so somebody was here. But thank you so much. If you want to buy my coloring book, it'll be in the description below, and I thank you guys so much. So my little bunnies, just like Nibbler, have a good day.